Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on the Early M Championship, which is the first one in the BMW Tour. So yeah, I feel like we did fairly well in the first two races. What are we series standings? Yeah, we're currently first, 2 points ahead of second and 8 points ahead of third. And our third race in this championship, or first on this episode, is at Hockenheimring National Circuit for 4 laps. So yeah. And as you can see, we can now upgrade our car to C-Class 500, so get even more performance out of our M6 35 CSI. Right, so handling wise, brakes definitely. We obviously are doing decent with them now, but getting into C-Class you want much better braking performance than that. And then tyres, we want to get some tyre compound on the go. We won't go full bore, we'll stay with street, but we will upgrade rear and front to compensate for that. Transmission, for a sport one, and a better clutch, and a better driveline. Rear bumper helps with handling and such. Get a street bonnet to reduce weight up front. Rear wing. Should we turbocharge or not? Oh, we can't. Never mind. Engine. Shove it up to a 4 litre inline 6. Can we get an even number out of that though? 305. 315, right, we'll drop the driveline down. Yeah, it's only, what, 10 extra pounds, but yeah, we get 315 horsepower, 281 pounds-feet of torque from a 4 litre inline 6, weighing 3,235 pounds, which is not bad whatsoever. Can we have any roll bars to reduce weight a bit more? No. Yeah, we can knock another couple of pounds out, so we've only gained 8 pounds by dropping that driveline. But we do have extra power as a, as a compromise. So yeah, plenty of power. We're gonna have grippier tyres, wider tyres, more power. I think we got less weight, and yeah, better brakes. So yeah, now we can do 0 to 60 in 5.239 seconds, 0 to 112.964 seconds, and go to a top speed of 170 miles an hour. So yeah, proper pocket rocket now. So yeah, obviously we weren't exactly, lacking for speed in D class, but moving into C class you definitely need a bit more oomph, and that we do.
Apexes and exits.
Is it raining though? Yeah, so we do have that extra power, and we are obviously on the rear wheel drive, so that could be a bit problematic, but we are at the end of the day still only on street tyres, and street tyres are meant to deal with the rain as well as the dry, so I think we should do alright. We're not just against BMWs, but also cars from Australia, as well as Mercedes-Benz, Ford, Europe at least, and yeah, and such. I always like it when we're able to upgrade the car outside of the class that it starts off in, halfway through the championship. So it makes it a little bit more fun. Adds that extra bit of challenge to what car you choose, because the car may well be all well and good in its original class, rated to the fullest, but it might not be all that great in the next class, rated to the fullest. So yeah, I don't think we'll have any problems with that with this car. So we've already got up to 6th. just want to quickly check my sound because I'm just feeling like it's a little louder than normal. No, it's just a car that I think is a little louder than normal. We'll just slam it down a little bit. Naturally aspirated inline sixes are usually quite loud anyway, but this revving as highly as it does, obviously being also quite old, is much louder than normal. Even at my low volume, so it doesn't, come back through the microphone, is sounding fairly audible. This is a pretty fun car to drive. All these additional upgrades we've given it. This transmission is making the most of the power that we've given it. Obviously it's not a massive increase over what it originally had, but it is an increase, and therefore to get the most out of it you want an updated transmission, updated clutch, and we have both of those, which are seemingly helping. But it's no good obviously having all that extra power, speed and acceleration if you can't control it, and that's why I also prioritise those tyres, wider as well as grippier, and the brakes as well. Because the street brakes are all well and good for D-class levels of speed and acceleration, but I don't think they would have suited this car in the way it is now. Yes, tyres do make a big difference when it comes to braking, but weirdly enough, so do brakes make a big difference to braking, so doing both comes at it from two different angles, and yeah, that's twice the effect, quite frankly. Feeling we need a podium position to hold on to our first place overall. Can we have another lap after this one? Dangerous corner to overtake on, but we nailed it without any penalties. That's good. Don't think we're going to be able to gain on second, to be honest, but we'll try. Obviously not try at the expense of our current position. Already assuming that does not help. Yeah, you really got to watch the curbs on this circuit because they can punish you far more than reward you. Outbraking yourself does not help either. Pretty satisfied with that, quite frankly. First time driving this car with those new upgrades. Obviously something new to get used to, but yeah, third place is no bad thing whatsoever.
Nice
Especially since we had a fairly quick lap time there. I think we were the fastest. Yeah, no one else was 1 minute 47. Well, one of them was 1:47, but more than 0.3 of a second slower than us on that one as well. So yeah. It's pretty cool, and yeah, we keep our first place position, although there is no real change in terms of you know, amount of points that we are ahead or behind. As yeah, we're still in 3 points ahead of second, which has now changed. In fact, who was in second has dropped by 5 positions, with second place now being who was in third originally. And third is who was in a 7th originally and now gone up to third. So yeah, both of them have improved quite dramatically, with, you know, second place dropping down to 7th, and 5th dropping down to 8th, and 6th dropping down to 10th. So yeah, some cars there had massive you know, issues there dealing with that race. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's get on to the 4th and final race of this championship. Right, we're at Mugello circuit for our next race. 4 laps, looming clouds, so that does not necessarily mean it's going to rain, but there is no doubt potential for that. But if it is dry, then we should be able to be even faster than before. Obviously, the big issue when it's wet and you've got quite a powerful car that doesn't weigh a ton amount in terms of you know, overall weight, then yeah, you can have the issues of spinning up those rear tyres quite easily. Whereas if it's dry, that's less of an issue.
That way you'll be
Which it
picking
looks
off
like it's
those
going to be,
drivers
so that's
racing.
good. This is quite a speed orientated circuit. There's not really that many in the way of heavy braking zones, so that should suit us down to the ground, because we do have a lot of power and quite a bit of speed on the go as well. So hopefully we'll do well here. There are obviously parts of the circuit that are quite narrow, and if we get stuck in traffic that could really hinder us, but on the whole I'm reasonably confident, especially with this big long straight it has on the start finish line. Stay on the outside so we don't get caught up in a mess. BMW's coming together there. Ford is all over the place, looking like a right drunkard. full circuit. It's much better than the shorter version. Yeah, a little bit of oversteer there. Free right on my backside. So it seems to have the better handling, but we've got the power. .25 as we approach this finish line. Seem to be struggling a little bit for handling. I guess when it comes to the rain, it's a great equaliser in a lot of ways, whereas here it's purely just down to your handling. Any road conditions that are going to play into it. So I was a little bit overconfident with this track. Doubted they got a lot of speed, but handling does obviously play a role in this circuit as well. Case can get away with certain discrepancies on this circuit, but it will come down on you like an anvil if you put a step wrong. Too much speed into there. Have to go play in the sand there. kept up with fourth a lot better this time around than last time. Steering this car. As you can see by the time gap, we actually obliterate.
Last lap, let's go.
For at the very least 4th place on the straight. If this was a drag race, we'd probably win it. It's not. Many a numerous corner here. Just not as good through them as that Ford is. Even though it looked like quite a drunk vehicle at the beginning, it seems to have sorted itself out a fair bit. We've come home again. I don't think we did that any more than we did last time, but evidently a little bit further over than usual. Problem with that Ford is it seems to have a decent initial punch to it. It's only when it gets to properly long straights that it seems to struggle. Struggling massively to try and keep up, and therefore making mistakes. Right, free on our backside. Guess that would have probably been the wiser choice to go for in these the 3 cars we had to choose from. We're going to have to settle for 5th this time around. Fastest in the straight line, but even though that is a big part of this track, speed, handling is also a big part as well, and that's just where we weren't sufficient enough, unfortunately. And yeah, they clearly had a faster lap time up front as well, so that kind of makes sense. First place was nearly a second faster per lap than we were. So yeah, that means we do ultimately lose out on the 1st place position. Not sure how they sort it out when they are drawn level. Maybe it's just based on who was highest more often than the other one, but regardless, despite having 89 points apiece, I do lose the 1st place position overall to the person that was in 2nd originally. So yeah, and 3rd place has gone from 6th to 3rd. 5th has gone from 10th to 5th. So yeah, they also had a pretty good race there as well. So yeah. But nonetheless, so thank you for watching. My throat has been a little bit sore today, so that's why I've not been talking as much as usual. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.